Hey, what's going on, everybody? Finally got around to making the video, but I'm going to show y'all how I make my surf weights. So I want to do some surf weights today and some pyramid sinkers, but I'm just going to show y'all how I do my surf weights. So here's my setup here. What I did was I got some of these old ones just for size reference. So this is I think an 8 ounce, 6 ounce, and a real small one. But I got these here to actually cut through my wood there. And I found out this size here, I forgot what size it is, it doesn't really say, but it matches up pretty good with this one here and this one also, and the smaller ones for this one here. So got my ladle, and I got some old scrap here. I'll show you my jigs here. This is for my bigger ones, for my 8 ounces. I've made up to like 16 ounces with just this one jig, and all I did was I cut this 2x4 in half, and I clamped it together, and I used these here to drill the hole in there, and then I kind of rounded it out a little bit and made it a little bit wider with my Dremel. And so these two will bolt down to this plate here, and I drilled holes in there for my wires, and I put these together using the bolt just like this one here. So yeah, this is it pretty much. And I just found out it's a lot easier to take these bolts off and spread this jig apart and pull the weight out of there. And that was the easiest way I found out how to do it, because the first one I did, I didn't cut it in half, and I just drilled it and I put the plate under it, and it was extremely tough to get that weight out of there once it's set. So I just went ahead and cut it in half and bolted it together, and I'll clamp these two together here, and so it just stays pretty tight and it doesn't leak out the sides. So yeah, these are the tools I'll be using for my bolts and nuts here, and this is just some leftover lead that I had that I'm going to be melting down. These here, I built all of these using the jig last year, and man, I use them quite a bit, and they work really well, so I was real happy with them. And all these I made with my molds over there. So I got a few molds for these, and these 3-sided pyramid sinkers work really well wherever, surf, jetties, pier, it doesn't matter, they work pretty good. And I'm lucky enough to have a neighbor that's a plumber. So I bought this one online, but I was talking to my neighbor, and he said yeah, he can find me some scrap lead from sites that they're tossing out. So I got more in the garage, but this is just a little bit of it, so I'll cut this down to manageable sizes so I can put in my melter over there. But yeah, super cool, man, so I appreciate that, Hernan. Yeah, so here are my eyelets and my sinkers. I believe this has got yeah, so 6, 4, 2, 1, and I believe this is the 8 right here. Yeah, this is the 8 ounce. So yeah, of course I got my safety stuff, got my gloves, and it's not the proper mask, but it's better than nothing, so I'll use that. And of course I got my burner here, and this is the wire I use. It's stainless steel welding wire. Let's see here, bring it up so you can take a look at it. That's it there. 3/32, and actually it's a perfect length. I believe this box right here ran me about $65-70, but man, it has quite a few of them in there. I can make a lot of weights out of that. So yeah, I'll show you how I get this stuff set up and ready to go. So stay tuned, everybody. Yeah, this here is part of my heaviest one. I think this is a 16 ounce, and yeah, I'll be using that for some shark baits. I'll make some a little bit bigger. Alright, so I got it inserted here just like this. So that's what it's going to look like. So I pulled it up a bit so you can see how I bend the wire in there so it doesn't come loose inside the weight. So I stick those in too, and then I flip them back around and run them back through. I run them two sides out, and then I bend them back and push them back into the other two holes, and it comes up, and I bend the tips in so you know I got a nice good bite inside the weight. So that's how I bend it there. I'll push that back in about right there. So that's going to be a pretty big weight. So I'll fill that sucker all the way up. So I'll make that one of my shark weights. It's going to come out, I think to the top it's about 16 ounces or something like that. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Then when I get done pouring it, I'll let it cool, and then I'll get my Dremel and I'll just cut these off right here so you got 4 prongs sticking out. Yeah, so that's it there. Still pretty hot. So I'll give it a couple of minutes and I'll crack open that jig and get it out of there. Alright, so here's the Dremel with the cutting tool. Of course, safety glasses is a must. So safety first. Put those on. What we're gonna do? Hot. Whoa! Alright. Yeah, careful. We're just gonna cut that stuff off of there. Okay, so we got them cut off. So you got 4 prongs here. So let's see if we can get this thing opened up. Zip there. So it just comes right out. So there you have it. So that might be about a 16-ounce weight right there. But yeah, if you got any questions about this, leave some comments down below or suggestions or anything. But this is the easiest way I found, and it works for me. Like I said, I'm not mass producing them, so you know it's kind of slow for me, but it gets it done. So appreciate y'all watching. Tight lines.